And welcome back to Return to Monkey Island, the final episode beneath the great monkey, and it was even opened with a giant cotton swab. So, what? Hey, it's Wally.
Hey, Wally. How's it hanging?
Seriously, that's the joke you were going to use right now?
I'm trying out some new material.
Don't quit your day job.
Wally, what happened?
As if you don't know.
How did you end up here? I saw your office had been ransacked.
LeChuck came into the shop storming mad because he thought I gave him a map instead of a map to the secret.
Yeah, real head scratcher how that happened. Thanks for the C-map. That was really great, and I owe you for all the work you did for free.
Glad you liked it.
I wish I could get you out of those shackles.
You and me both.
Yeah, I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got to get the secret before LeChuck does.
Sure, run off. Wally will be fine.
Well, actually, no, because I have keys from LeChuck's ship, so let's just open it.
You're free, Wally. I think we're even now.
And he doesn't even talk. Knowing that how much annoyance Guybrush Threepwood has caused him, that kind of, you could say, hostile reaction is more or less what you would expect. Except punching him right into the face and throwing him into lava. And of course, lava doesn't do any burning damage. Oh, but still going.
Flambe, you're awake.
Not for long. I'm just here to tell you that you are making a mistake. LeChuck's obsession consumes him like a frog swallowing a tarantula. You don't want to be there when he opens that chest.
Correct. I want to be there before he opens it.
You two deserve each other.
Yeah, that's right. Run!
Well, Flambe was kind of lazy, but he suddenly seemed to be been something like I would say he had that, what you could say, lazy loyalty.
Okay, here goes.
As in, he does his job and and he does it as well as he has to. He doesn't do it any better than he has to. Oh, and got through.
LeChuck, I'm coming for you.
Damn you, Threepwood! I should have gotten rid of you the first 58 times I had the chance. You will never make it down here alive.
Just once, I want this to be easy.
Except, well, it isn't. And what does that say?
Only the organized pirate will pass.
So, this would be a kind of place the items puzzle.
It looks proud to be a monkey.
So, why it would be happy? Well, it's holding a tankard. And that one, what could that be looking at?
It looks like a piece of 8, but made of stone.
So and it's that over there, so it's looking so somewhere, so let's make it wear the monocle. And that one over here looks like it wants to cut or stab something open. So let's just give it the knife. And that one's got, of course, has a cracker. That would be very easy to figure out. That you have the crackers. And there's a little extra difficulty. You can take them back, and you actually have to take these items back because they will be needed. I do say that this kind of little, you can use item and then use it, take it back and use it again on something else is kind of, you could say, quite rare in this adventure game, puzzle game. But I would say that as much as logic in these games goes, it is actually quite real logic in this one.
The secret will never be yours.
I hate solving puzzles more than I hate Threepwood.
The secret will never be yours.
Threepwood, won't you ever give up and just go home?
Still,
Once is a coincidence, twice is suspicious. Only the observant pirate will pass.
it's another. So and then it's another coin, and that's a big one with a big chest. That seems to be smaller one with a smaller chest. And that is very small one with a very small chest, and it looks very sad.
Cheer up, little guy. You'll go far.
So here it would be a puzzle of numbers. They all want their cut, but there is no. Guybrush doesn't have enough, so you have to also use your regular coins, not just stone coins. This one demands 2 pieces, and the biggest chest demands 3 pieces. Quite simple in sense. Quite simple puzzle in that kind of sense. Just put the proper amount of items into chests, and that also reveals something else in there. And of course I'm gonna take my money back, because of course Guybrush would take his money back. And that one, the door is already giving a hint about something else.
LeChuck, the secret is mine.
But he seemed to open the door, and Captain Lila is still
You
present.
really do suck at puzzles, don't you?
How are you still alive?
You will never have the secret.
I will soon have my revenge.
Then you will forever be cursed.
And you will never escape.
You will vanish with no tails.
No, I will return. Third time be a charm, Threepweed.
She's still around and chasing him.
Next time, I keep my voice down.
There's a
It looks like its arm is hurt.
so, but there's this little grate, so let's just stab the statue and make it bleed. And while I'm at it, also open this up for reasons that will be seen in some seconds. All these have to be made into hurt for real, so stabbing them. Why it happens like that, I don't know. But this one would demand something else. A container to carry the paint oil to fill it. And there's also a year shown in here, which is very important.
Wow.
Right beneath the Monkey Island, and there's the final puzzle of the game. But the numbers plate is quite clear in the sense that it has to be placed that one first, 1575, which is over there. But now the outer wheel turns left and the inner wheel turns right. which is a hint of the actual puzzle. So let's just make a bring out the subtitles, because this one demands some trickery. And
So long, Captain Madison. This is like one of those mystery stories where the person has so many enemies the detectives don't know where to start.
yeah, Madison I think was killed quite. There wasn't even an implied moment of death. So let's just go back. That was the year. That's the upper part of the face, and that's the cap part. Is the other part of the face of the outer wheel. Oh, now that would be the face, but there's a little trick. In easy mode that would be the solution, but there's a little trick.
One of the stone slabs from the altar seems to have fallen off during the rumbling. There's some writing on it. After 4 extra years out at sea, their peg legs grew weak in the knees. 3 steps right and 2 left, till they fell off the deck, and they met Davy Jones for some tea. After all I've been through, finding some limericks on a piece of stone sinking into the lava isn't all that strange.
So, 4 years means 4 times change the years from this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then there were, let's see,
After 4, their peg legs grew 3 steps right.
3 right and 2 left. So, let's see. Outer one turns left, so it was 2 left, and inner one 3 right. Except it didn't work. So it is inner one 3. Well, let's just turn inner one twice and outer one as much as 3 times. Oh yeah, that seems to be always the same. Kind of easy. The year part is the most difficult one to find, but after that it becomes way easier. Brute forcing, of course, is possible, but there's a lot of combinations, especially when you don't know exactly how it goes. So, time to go hunt LeChuck down and find the go to the final battle for the secret of Monkey Island.
Huh? What? I was just deep in the mushroom and lava-ridden caves under Monkey Island, and now I'm... Oh no. Not yet.
Oh, damn it. It's something like an ending of Monkey Island 2.
Must have locked when I came out.
And I'm stuck in here.
Score! Free popcorn. Score! Free popcorn. The windows are just pasted on, and they're not even straight.
Yeah. Go in here.
Glad you finally made it, kid.
Stan?
It's closing time and everyone wants to go home.
That's a chance to hand over the key, locksmith.
What do you mean it's closing time? I just got here.
No, I don't have time for this. I'm late for an important meeting. Take my keys and shut off all the lights before you leave. I'm not liable for anything that happens after closing time.
Guybrush, are you ready to go?
That's a chance to hand over the key, locksmith.
Well, let's just take off the subtitles. And of course, this would be actually a changed moment to find an alternate ending by just going back here, opening the doors with the key ring, and just going back and leaving that bay, and you would not get any extra ending, but it would still count as a complete valid ending.
High Street, 20 feet. Hall of Pirates, 3-minute walk. Additional restrooms at Dinky Island.
Oh, so it looks like that the return to Monkey Island is the real secret. Is actually something like a big whoop. It's a big disappointment. There's this.
I didn't do anything this time. I was brave.
Oh yeah, it's an animatronic cardboard guy walking about and has his catchphrase. So let's just turn that off as well.
Nice twist adding in Madison, Trent, and Lila. The team-up had me fooled for a while.
The secret. is mine.
And even LeChuck appears to be some sort of a animatronic dummy.
Dang, Stan makes LeChuck better every time.
The secret is mine.
Each time I come here, Stan really ups the challenge, but it's still LeChuck 0, Guybrush Threepwood 6.
The secret is mine.
Well, back to my boring flooring inspector job. Until next time.
That is very long and old gag about job, because at the beginning of the Secret of Monkey Island, the original one over 30 years ago, the lookout mentions that the Guybrush looks like a flooring inspector.
What a stroke of luck.
It might be his job.
What a stroke of luck. The locksmith had the key all along. That was disappointingly easy. I wonder what's going on.
So let's just open up and take the Secret of Monkey Island for a long time. And if Guybrush was something like a 19 when he was at the first Monkey Island game, and this would have been happening in real time, he would be in his mid-50s by now, or early 50s. Although I don't think it has gone in game time so fast, but he would still be about 20 years old, at least something like 15 to 20 years older. So let's just take the secret.
Interesting. I found the secret of Monkey Island, and all it was this stupid t-shirt.
Yeah, it's kind of you could say anticlimax. The Monkey Island games have had this kind of humorous anticlimax, been part of ever since the first one. But now it was very much that really big humorous anticlimax, because that's it. And it's interesting that I didn't even understand that for example, in LeChuck's Revenge, the treasure's name itself is kind of foreshadowing, with the sense that, yeah, it's a big whoop, aka big disappointment. Oh, and there's all kinds of memorabilia trinkets.
They'll have fishing lures just like yours.
Well, let's try using one. I can't. So let's just shut down that as well. And there's just one thing left to do. Read the plaque.
Historic landmark. The original secret, a pirate adventure park. Established 1989 by R. Gilbert.
Fourth wall breaking. Except, if I remember right, Secret of Monkey Island came out in 1990. But I'm certain that the development started in 1989, so that would kind of make sense. Oh.
I'm not sure where I am all of a sudden.
You're right here with me. But we shouldn't stick around too long.
How'd it go with Flair?
Let's just say I made my point.
Oh yeah, the old-fashioned Bond one-liner.
I was just underground on Monkey Island, and now we're on Melee?
Things just go by in a blur sometimes when you're having fun, don't they?
How did you get here before me?
You know I always try to stay a step ahead.
Oh.
Have you done something new with your hair?
Got ruffled in the fight.
I like it.
Oh, and
I got the secret.
You finally did it. I hope it was worth it.
I'm gonna have to think about that.
So let's just end the whole game.
I'm ready to go.
Good.
Except LeChuck has at least once succeeded in killing Guybrush. So it would be something like 6-1.
Dad, that was a silly ending, and it didn't even make any sense. You're terrible at endings.
I thought you liked silly endings. You and Chucky play the ending of Monkey Island 2. Really silly.
That's different. We're kids, and we're just goofing around. You're the one who said you can't just change things. You said that's not how storytelling works.
I did?
I want to know the secret. You have to tell me what you really found in the chest.
Oh. So and it would not be the friends we made all the way, because knowing that Grappers managed to annoy lots of people who you knew him well, and that would be boring, and that would also be boring. So let's just be the vague one. But they all are basically just as silly as or pointless as anyone else. It's a deliberate anticlimax.
There isn't any one answer to what the secret is. It's not like a rock or a banana. It's like a story. It changes with time and the person telling it. Everyone you ask will have a different idea.
Mom! Dad won't tell me what the secret is!
Are you filling our son's head with your outlandish stories again?
I was telling him the one about how we found the secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, that one. Every time you tell that story, the ending gets stranger and stranger. Let's go down to the docks and watch the galleon head out.
Yay!
I found the lost map to the treasure of Maya Island. It's going to be a fun adventure.
I'll meet you down there.
And it even had a sequel hook. And yeah, Ron Gilbert, the guy who was in charge of the original one, is still in charge of it. And same applies to Dave Grossman. The guys who made it first made it again, and they were really good at it. Although I might say that this might be something like a... Well, they didn't really refer to any other Monkey Island game except first two that they made, although they still counted as them. All the 5 previous ones, which to say Secret, LeChuck's Revenge, Curse, Escape, and Tales from Monkey Island. And of course, Dominic Armato was really good at his role. So I don't really know, but except the art style is kind of takes getting used to, especially Guybrush with his big drunkard nose. But there's some real comedy, there's some real, you could say, not modern conveniences about the gameplay, like the hint book, which it can be very explicit about this is what you're supposed to be doing. And of course the fact that you can only die with a deliberate attempt to do so is also real good. So I would say that as much as point-and-click adventure games go, this is a really good one. But then again, Ron Gilbert was one of the guys who was more or less perfecting that genre. So I definitely do recommend playing this game, just to enjoy the nice subtle humor. It is not something like you could get a really big belly laughs, but you could there's lots of this kind of amusement about weird dialogue choices and all that. And I think that this one had actually way less of those really weird, strange wording and dialogue choices that the original had. And of course also the fact that lots of villains or characters they just basically disappeared from the story, which is, you could say, as much as you could say how the story endings go, is kind of bad. And there's the cast, Jess Harnell. Seems to be quite good. Well, there are some really big names like Jennifer Hale and J.B. Blank, but they were actually, you could say, really smaller roles. So nothing strange about that. And of course, they seem to have a foreign language dubs as well, which I didn't listen. I believe that this game was already designed to be with English voices, although I'd say that the medium and especially the art style is something that it most likely is not as bad as in some other mediums. And of course the fact that I'm quite certain that there is no doubt about professionality of the dubbing of the German and other languages. But this was fun point-and-click adventure game, and never before done this kind of series. So you're gonna see me jump to something else. These series are way faster to do than they are to actually upload. Real strange. And then I always put the publishing pace much shorter either. So, the end.